Hey guys, it's Coach Lori here, and I've got Kaiser here with me to demonstrate a few tips when you're fighting a much taller opponent. Now, this is a very personal frustration for myself as a female fighter. I'm usually always paired with another male who's naturally much taller and bigger than myself. So, I've got these tips ready for you, and we're gonna start with number one. Okay, so Kaiser here is a taller fighter. Naturally, for him, he'll be punching down towards me. All right, so what I need to do now with my hands is I want to keep that up. Okay, so even when he's punching, I'm blocking. I'm blocking because if he's shorter, he's more likely to be punching the same height as me. Okay, so it can be quite safe for me to just stay here. He's punching, and I can just block. That's fine because he is kind of punching up or around the same height as me. But if he's up here punching down, it's much more important for me to keep my hand up. More important hand, I'd say the left hand. This is from experience. I notice after every sparring session, what's more sore is the left side of my forehead. Same goes for your right hand. So if we just turn, right hand or left hand if you're a southpaw. If we just turn, I want to keep this. I want to keep this up. Especially me, I like to parry. So you want to aim for my head. I kind of like to parry with that backhand. So I like keeping this up. All right, because if it's down and I parry like this, he can actually just hit me on the head. I've got that open, and when they try to punch, I'm parrying just like this, and that leaves them open, which we're gonna work on, which we're gonna talk about more later. All right, tip number two, guys. As a shorter opponent, it's much harder for me to just move forward while trying to get my punch going, okay? Because he's just gonna keep that jab going, okay? He's just gonna try to set me up and keep me away. So what you wanna do, what's important is to move your head. Don't be an easy target and don't be a steady target. That's how the other person can just keep scoring points on you. So let's demonstrate that. Tip number two, you want your head moving at all times. I'm still keeping my hands up because if I don't and I make a mistake, I get hit, that's his point. Or if he's a powerful puncher, I'll get stunned. Okay? So I'm here. My head's moving. All right? Head's moving. And this actually goes very smoothly to tip number three. As a shorter fighter, you want to capitalize on the mistakes that your opponent is making. You want them to kind of overcommit to you because he can actually reach for me before I can even reach for him. All right, so we want to capitalize on that. So you want to let them overcommit to that punch. You roll under, and then you throw your own counter, or you can block their punch and then you go for your counter. Another thing, you know they like to jab. You know that's how they deter you. Okay. Another thing is you parry and then come back with your counter. All right. So you're baiting that jab. Okay. They like jabbing, then you counter. All right. Same with the other hand, then you counter. But the head movement is still there. Boom, boom, boom. Now, this leads us to tip number four, which is your footwork. I'd argue that this is such a crucial thing for shorter fighters, is to be explosive with your footwork. Because if you're at the higher level where taller opponents are just keeping you out and they know how to keep that distance, you need to be able to explode and get that distance closer to them. Get in the pocket and be fast with it as well. Otherwise, they're just gonna keep circling around you, okay, and keep scoring points. So another thing I can do is actually, instead of walking into him, to his punches, I want to either go to the left or I want to either go to the right. If you want to go to their left, you don't just want to go to the left like this, okay? Because I want to cover that distance, okay? So if you're going to the left, you want to step forward and look, I'm actually in the middle of his arm, okay? Rather than just here, it's hard to reach. But if I'm here, I'm over here, I cover that distance, he's open for a counter, easy, okay? So one thing, I'm not moving forward, I'm not just walking forward, I'm actually angling to the side, landing my punch and angling, go on my second face if I need to. Now, if I want to move to the right, this is a little bit tricky and requires you to be a little bit faster and more explosive. So you're here. What I need to do is get this back leg, and again, boom, close to him. Not just here, where I can't do shit. I'm actually moving right here. Okay? So we want to move to the right, boom, just like that. And from here, you can do anything, all right? You can punch the body, punch up top, or a favorite is you step, boom, you face them, you change that angle, and go for that body or go for an uppercut in the hook. Cool? So a little bit faster. He's jabbing me. He's just keeping me out. I can't freaking get in. I step, pa, pa, pa. Okay? Right. Now we're on the final tip. Tip number 5. And this one's actually my favorite. And a lot of people forget about this. And it is hitting the body. When you go for the body, you can create opportunities to go for the head. All right? And I'm going to show a clip from my fight where I actually use this a lot. Okay? So a combo that I like is I'm here. I go for the body. I don't even go hard. I literally just show them, yo, look, I'm going to the body. But actually, this is where my power is coming from the right and from that extension of my leg to my right arm. So slow motion. Go for the body. I'm very low. I'm quite low. The reason why I'm low is because I'm actually generating. I'm going to try generate some power from my back leg to go up top. Okay? And that's your overhand right. Overhand right, very, very powerful tool for a shorter fighter. But you need to set it up. You can't just keep swinging that around. Because they can just block it. They can move out of the way. And you're very open once you do that. Cool? So set that up. You're here. Don't forget that body. Boom. Go for the top. Because most likely, when you hit them to the body, they're going to put their hands down. Because they got hit. And then you create that opportunity for them to open up. Sweet. So that's one thing. But the opposite is also true. So even if you can't reach their head, and you can only reach their glove, so they're blocking like this. I'm not doing much, right? But all I'm doing is just keeping their hands busy, kind of blinding them as well, because what's coming is actually a body shot. So again, those are my 5 tips when you're fighting a taller opponent. We've got tip number 1, hand placement, keeping them nice and high to protect your face. And we've got tip number 2, which is your bobbing and weaving, your head movement, not being a steady, easy target. Tip number 3 is your counter punching. You've bobbed, you've weaved, now you want to capitalize on those movements and the level changes that you've done. Tip number 4 is now your footwork, creating angles, okay? So moving to the left, moving to the right, not just always pushing forward. And then tip number 5 is not forgetting the body, my favorite, very, very, very important. Opening up opportunities for you to catch them in the face. All right, so those are my 5 tips. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.